Hi everyone, I'm 𝐼𝐻, the developer Astro Burn from Beyond the Pixels, and I'm so excited, like really excited to be able to play this game today on this stream, which is the finished version of our queued 'em up indie game Astro Burn. And boy, it's been a journey, but thanks to you guys that have been so phenomenal with all of your feedback and everything in terms of like the playtest feedback, the notes, the suggestions. I listen to all of them on Discord and everywhere. So thank you for getting it to the point where this game is now ready to release. And let's dive in. I'm excited to play this game with you guys. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a great warning sign that basically just warns everyone that this is a bonkers game, so you know what you're getting yourself in for. All right, let's go. So when you boot it up now, you'll get two versions. One is the Pyramastic edition, and the one is 𝐬𝐝 edition. Now, there's a reason for both of these things. The 𝐬𝐝 edition was additionally going to be an accessibility version, like a mode, right, where everything is kind of broken up into different things. But I'm going to play through that as well to show you. But it became so popular that we're like, let's not hide it as an accessibility feature. Instead of just hiding it as a toggle switch, let's make it as an actual thing. Kind of like Mad Max Fury with the Chrome edition. This is our version of it. But for this playtest, let's go and play the Pyramastic edition. I can't even pronounce it properly. I know. All right, that is intense game dev week. That's probably why I've lost my ability to speak here. Okay, here goes. Let's play. All right, so let's go. First thing is, you know, we've had this for a while, but I'm just so proud that my publisher Pixel Doors really pushed for this game to be localized, and we built a system that allows us to do this and to add other languages later. So we're kind of catering for the core demographics, but of course we're going to be adding way more. So if you guys think there should be specific language added, please let us know. But for this test or this playthrough, we're going to do English. All right, let's go. Great, let's play the game. Stage select. We are going to do story mode because I always find it's kind of cool to see the story, and I'm going to play normal because I don't want to make like really be a bad player on the stream. Okay, let's go. Stage 0. So now we've added this thing because everyone asked for this. Like they want the ability to skip a tutorial, or they just want the ability to have the option whether they want a tutorial or not. I'm going to show off the tutorial because I'm incredibly proud of it. So every point of tutorial is gamified now, whereas before it was just like a bunch of instructions, which is kind of lame. So this is now, yeah, moving the controller. Get rewarded. Cute kitty cat. And then shooting. Great. And also a lot of people asked, like, what do these weapons do? They didn't want to find out while playing the game. They wanted to know in advance. So this is what this part of the tutorial shows you, like what each of these weapons do. So we even had some people go, oh, I didn't know the fish was like auto-targeting. Now you know. Sushi. I like this one. This is the spread of sushi, I call this one. Oh, this is like the burger bomb. Yeah. Health, shield. One of the big note that came through actually was the shield originally was green, and you may notice that in like the trailers and stuff, and we did this a last minute change and turned it to purple because a lot of people were saying green actually signifies poison, which is actually a good point. Okay, this is very important. I noticed a lot of people would not press in the special moves, and that's kind of key, unique selling point of this game. So I wanted to ensure that you guys really understood that it's important to use the 𝐬𝐿-𝐷𝐭 or the cat spin kick, and also how it works. So the idea is, as long as you align in between something like this, boom, simple as that. All right, and then obviously rescue our little kittens here. Okay, that's tutorial done. Super quick. Okay, let's go. Stage 0. So now stage 0 is no longer a tutorial level. It is an actual level. In space, you can't use the little box, and yet here I am stuck in the biggest box of them all. My life. Yeah, very dramatic. That's my cat for you. Okay. Oh, something's going wrong with the ship, but the cat's fast asleep, but the robot isn't. And we jump out the ship, and we go. So yes, so the last playthrough I did, the bullets were firing actual, like, bullets. You know, quite close to the end of production, I realized this is a 𝐬𝐿 'em up. Let's really go full on 𝐬𝐿 'em up. So we replace all the projectiles with cute fruits and food. Again, my cat, all she does is thinks about food, right? So that's exactly what this cat would be doing. So we're firing cheese, fish, tomatoes, burgers, sushi. Oh yeah, my cat's got an appetite. Alright, let's use the special moves. Let's get a bunch of these, line them up, and boom! Look at that. Clears the enemies off the screen. It's kind of what you need when you're dealing with this crazy bullet hell. Yeah, one of the feedback was originally we had gems falling out there. People thought you collect the gems and they'll get killed. So now we put them as these little creepy little creatures coming out. Alright, checkpoint 2. Okay, one checkpoint down. Here we go. Flying unicorn. Ooh. That's the thing, you gotta be careful. Even when you blast these like big massive structures, as they spin, you will get caught in the aftershock. So yeah, you gotta avoid that. I'm really pleased that I did take the decision with my sound designer Roman Rapak on making the sounds more calm. I know it's kind of weird for bullet hell, but I like the idea of popping sound. It feels kind of therapeutic to play this game in a way. It's weird, bullet hell and therapeutic usually don't go together, but I wanted this to feel like a nice game to play as opposed to like, this is intense and it's very violent, which this is cute and fun. Okay, getting close to the level now. Ooh, timed it wrong. Should have timed it now. Okay. Put in the little animation dance there to celebrate. Love it. Just so you know, my cat doesn't dance like this. My cat doesn't even dance at all. Alright, looking good. Stage 1. Now things get... This is serious mode now. Alright, story. Scanning the environment. What in Grumpy's cat name is going on? And what the hell is that? Astro, my data is showing a ripple in the fabric of time and space. Yeah, this time and this space. I can't remember what happened. Those holograms, they look like memories. Perhaps if we study them... Holograms? Ow! I'm a little more concerned with the giant freaking animals. We have to go through that structure to reach home. Fine. We'll figure this out later. Let's go! There we go. Okay. Hey, look at that auto fire fish. Love it. Yeah, one of the things we spent a lot of time doing is really kind of layering up, like making sure there's a lot of depth. So you can see that we added like an outline across projectiles to really make it so easy to distinguish between your projectiles and the enemy's projectiles. I mean, of course, you're the only one, that's firing food-related things, but still, I want to make it very clear. And also, the background's a little bit darker to kind of help, just help with depth kind of things. Because this is like, when it gets really intense, you kind of need to be able to know what is what. And pretty much every playtest we did, that was the most common feedback. So that was the big priority, I would say, in just trying to figure out what is the best way to balance it. And there is no one button switch that works for it. Each level is being customized in a very different way. Like for example, the Earth, I wanted the Earth to be prominent, but at the same time, I didn't want it to be the saturated thing or visual element in the screen. So that's treated very different to say all the other elements of the screen. So that pretty much took the most time for me as a designer to go through every level and just really balance it out. And then of course balancing gameplay and like how many unicorns appear and where do the bubbles come from, the top, the bottom, all of those things. And also because this is essentially yes, it's a 𝐬𝐿 'em up, but essentially it's following a shmup sort of like structure. Some things have got to be kind of like memorable so you can repeat them as opposed to relying on procedural. So yeah. Alright, we're going to fight Panda. Oh, okay, cinematic first. Stop, it's time for pandemonium. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of these kind of puns. A talking panda riding a mech, sure. Can this day get weirder? Suspect we're in your subconscious, Astro. Something happened when our ship was hit. Oh, so I'm dreaming. Why can't I dream about being home, sleeping, eating, and then crapping in a litter box? That's a fact. Hey, stop talking and pay attention. Pandemonium. Wait, what's a litter box? As with all dreams, we have to keep moving forward. You notice the robot's kind of like reminding us this is a linear shoot 'em up game. You know what I'm dreaming of? Kicking the bamboo out of this panda. Yeah, me and Nathan, my co-writer for the dialogue, had so much fun writing this. So much fun. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐿. Alright. Some health. Ooh, 2 𝐬𝐿. This is cool. So the power-ups, the special powers, they're kind of randomized. They're on some kind of like randomized lottery cycle code that we put in. So you don't really know what you're getting. So when you get 2 𝐬𝐿, one after another, it's a nice surprise. Yes, boss defeated. I mean, this is a normal mode, so yeah. Okay, I only saved 3 kittens. Ooh, that's not good. I only saved more kittens. Okay. Alright. Stage 2. Whoa, this place looks like Darth Vader's bathroom. That one's Nathan. Nathan put that he's a Star Wars freak. This is very impressive engineering. I particularly like the oscillation overthruster. Someone's been watching Star Trek. Okay, Al, if you're smart, why the hairball am I dreaming about machines? Perhaps it is my dream. We have a shared consciousness. Being an augmented cat means you can't augment a cat. We're perfect already. My neural implant just makes me speak human and connects me to... Oh, I see. I've been scanning the ship logs and I'm detecting an anomaly. Whatever, nerd. Focus on getting us home. Let's go! I swear this cat's got my personality as well in there. Oh, here goes. Let's see if I can get through this without losing any energy. So far I haven't lost a life yet, which is good. Alright, my mission is to get as many kittens as possible to make up for the lack of saving kittens on the last level. Yay, checkpoint 2. Spin kick. Straight out of 𝐬𝐿. Street power. That's the thing, like, this is why it's important just to blast anything you see, just blast it, because they will reward you power-ups, health, and weapons, and so on. Flying pigs. Okay, looks like we're getting close to the boss now with the fire. So just so you know, like, for those of you who've seen my previous streams, I'm a sci-fi nut, I used to be a sci-fi filmmaker. So Terminator 2 is one of my favourite films of all time. So this is kind of like a bit of a homage with the kind of like the factory and the fire. No liquid hydrogen, unfortunately, but it's kind of like a bit of a homage to that as well. Oh, I love this move. Combo attack. Okay, crazy bunny time. Feel the burn. Ow, why are you dreaming about a crazy bunny? I don't want to talk about it. You have some serious cross wires and glitches going on. Here, kitty, I'm going to cook you so well in these flames. What a strange thing to say. Al, I don't know if I want to fight through your psychological issues too. Can we just, like, go around? I can smell your hot and sweaty. Okay, I'm going to say this is like, that's all Nathan, the co-writer. Okay, that line was me. I thought I'd make something dark and twisty. I know it's a cute game, but still, bunnies can be crazy. So there you go. Oh, see, this one's a little bit tricky because you've got the fire at the bottom and there's kittens just come on the bottom. They had to come out of the fire, didn't they? Okay. Cute. Ooh, careful with that one. That big laser. We go behind him. Oh, yes, that's cool. Oh no, this is what happened. You try to be clever there. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. My first death. And I have now 8 out of 9 cat lives left. Okay. Focus. The thing is about going behind is you now risk getting hit by the laser. Oh, let's go there. Yay. Okay, I have an advantage. I did design the levels, so that's probably why. I shouldn't be really patting myself on the back here for, like, you know, being able to do this. There we go. Boss defeated. Crazy bunny. Okay, I'll say 7 kittens. Okay. Pretty sure I put more kittens in that level, but sure. Oh, this one. This is, oh my god, this is the hardest level. It's also the only level that is like this. I'll show you in a minute. Whoa, is that a space elevator? Well, yes, it's the structural shaft. It seems the elevator is still below on Earth. Hey, my whiskers are tingling. Is that gravity I'm feeling? Yes, that's right. The space elevator uses a gravitational shift system. So we could just jump it. Technically, we wouldn't die, but shut up, Al. I trust my whiskers. Let's go. That's funny. Alright, here goes. There you go, see? This is the only level where we're not going horizontal, we're going vertical. And the reason I did that is, yes, it's a bit of an annoying level, just sort of fair warning. But, yeah, the story is we're making our way home. And when you're making the re-entry to Earth, you're going down, right? So, it kind of made sense. Yes, I could have done it that the Earth is on the side and you continue the linear thing. But I thought it's just way more fun to go down, and also kind of mixes things up a bit. So, you know, you play the last 2 levels, you're like, yeah, okay, this is easy, and then you're like, oh, this throws you off. That was the point. I wanted to mix it up also. It kind of does something to your brain as well. So, yeah. Even though I designed this is always the level that I struggle with. Like, to complete without losing life. Let's see if I do it. Also, this has got, like, this is one of my favourite tracks that Roman's created for the music. Roman being Venice Bleach, by the way, guys. So Venice Bleach is the artist's name, but his real name is Roman Repack. Based in Paris. You may notice also the Earth is getting closer and closer as it spins. And for another movie reference is Gravity. So I remember watching Gravity when making this level, and I thought, ooh, I do like the idea of spinning. Originally it was going to spin much quicker, but a lot of playtesters found it as a bit nauseating. So I slowed it down. Ooh. You notice like once in a while in these kind of like space levels, I'm kind of throwing like the odd alien and the odd UFO ship because they're out there, they're watching us. So I might as well throw it in this cute 'em up as well. There's a whole stream I could do about aliens and UFOs and how they're connected with cats. I mean, pyramids, for example. But let's not go there. This is not the stream. Okay. Oh, I love that little crying raccoon. Oh no, this is the bit I struggle. Yeah, this is where your power-ups come in useful. In fact, the cheese is actually really useful because it fires forward and back. So you can be here, you can be shooting stuff in front and behind, which is very useful because this one you have enemies come from behind as well as in front and below. So it's actually a very useful weapon to have. It helps clear it a bit easier. Yay! Making it down to Earth. There's the clouds. Woohoo! I made it and I didn't die! Yes! Again, I shouldn't pat myself on the back to design it, but still, accomplishment. Alright. Oh, stage 4. Okay. Now we're on Earth. Well, we're in the skies. The blue skies, the fluffy clouds. I feel like I'm in heaven. My programming doesn't include concepts of the afterlife, but this is nice. And breathe. They're breathing, guys, just so you know. That's what the 3 dots are. It's universal, so it's great for localization. Okay, flying dragons. those clouds with the face always gets me. That's done by this really great artist called 𝐿𝐵𝐵𝐿. She did those clouds for me. It's so much fun. Gotta be careful though, because like there's different clouds with different faces, and you may get too distracted looking at them and you're not getting hit. So those floating islands, again another movie reference. Floating islands got inspired by watching Avatar. So yeah, so Avatar's my reference in this one. Yeah, this one's an interesting level because I had to kind of like emulate what the clouds would be like, but for pixel art. So I just had like, I think there's like 7 different layers. Like you can go behind the clouds, like right here I'm behind the cloud, and go behind the clouds here. But I had to do it in a way that isn't distracting, doesn't hide things like power-ups. So it's kind of a tricky level design to figure out actually, to try to keep it aesthetically pleasing, give it a level of like depth and parallax, but at the same time make it a little bit clearer that, you know, where your power-ups are. So that was a tricky one. One of the things I'm going to do is play the game at some point where I use no power-ups. That would be really hard. But I mean, no special moves. Let's see what happens. I'm sure it can be done, but it might just take a bit longer. Ooh, here we go. This boss is funny. I like this boss. Hey big birdie, why is everything in your subconscious so heavily armed? I'm just gonna say it. This place is for the birds. So much for a moment of peace. Let's go. Okay, boss fight. Oh, this one's tricky. I tried when I was designing the bosses, I wanted to kind of make each boss unique, not just with the look, but also like what they fire out. So I think this boss is the only one that is pretty insane with the amount of projectiles it fires out. And it has the laser, which is borrowed from the Crazy Bunny stage 2. So you've got that crazy laser and you've got these crazy big fireballs coming out of its beak. It's a crazy one. But it's the idea, right? You've got to get harder and harder these bosses. And to top it off, it's a scrolling boss background. Meaning, like, unlike the stage 2 boss where it's locked, this one, it's scrolling, it's moving. So you've also got to deal with the other obstacles around you as well. And you've also got to beat it in time. Also, you'll get whacked by a big fireball. So, yeah. Am I going to make it in time? Yes. One of the things I did do is balance the difficulty of the bosses as well. And you'll notice that a bit more apparent when you select, say, extreme mode, where the shield of the bosses are much stronger, so it takes a bit harder to kill. So that's one of the things, one of the ways we balance the game. Oh, this is a chilled out one. This is a day at the ocean, on the beach. Oh. Flying dolphins, flying turtles, bubbles. Oh yeah, it's just chill out time. And you got the dogs surfing. Yeah, midway through production, I thought, you know what? Yes, it's a very cat-heavy game, but I think we'll have a place for the dogs as well. So the dogs are in there, they're chilling out, they're surfing, they're doing their thing. And I never really made the dogs as like a boss or anything like that, because I didn't want to be in that, you know, cats versus dogs territory, because a lot of my friends have dogs. So they're just there. And they're just in the background, they don't really, and you know, I kind of again look at real life situations like my cat. My cat doesn't mind dogs, but my cat definitely won't play with a dog. So they're just there in the background. And since we are in Astro the cat's subconscious, it kind of makes sense. And we've got a dancing panda in the background with a big giant penguin walking to a trap. There's a lot of little details I've put in the background, which will distract you, of course. But I put a lot of details now. I hope you guys get to notice those details, because they are quite funny. The Doberman's surfing is funny. A little dog down there surfing. Oh, here we go, mermaid. Meow. Pretty kitty and tasty fish. I love this combo. Yeah, this cat's kind of getting a bit twisted now. Stay focused. We're trying to get home. Pretty mermaid. Okay. It will get you closer, yes. Perfect. Okay. This one's tricky because the mermaid is splashing water, and the water does go by her, and being a mermaid, she's a bit of a siren as well, singing. Obviously you don't hear her sing, but you see the musical notes. And they're also projectiles. So you just gotta quickly grab stuff when they're there. There we go. Yay, we made it. Boss defeated. Alright, now we're going underwater. Now I could say this one was inspired by another James Cameron film, The Abyss, but that's not the case. I just love underwater. Fun fact, my auntie Mauritius, where my parents are from, little island near the Seychelles, she's a marine biologist. So when I was a kid and I used to go visit Mauritius, I remember like doing sort of like snorkeling and that kind of thing, and yeah, I was always fascinated with marine biology and just like the world at the bottom of the ocean. It's so vast. I don't think we've explored it properly, right? So yeah, that's why I was kind of really glad to be able to do an underwater level. To really kind of show that, because yeah, I'm interested in space as well as underwater. So yeah, this is definitely my dream passion game, guys. This is like from the heart this game is coming from. Hopefully you guys feel that too. Ooh, so you hit the jellyfish, see what happens there? Get electrocuted. Also, one thing you may or may not notice is like when you're here, you're at a certain speed. But if I go into the middle, you see it start to speed up. You see like where the health bar is on the left. You see like this yellow square, and it increases as you get further. That's for the speed runners basically. So I can speed through. If I go to the end, look at that. Now I'm in full speed. But of course, it's dangerous because you're at the end of the screen. See, you die. But if you're brave and want to speed run, you can just zip along the level and it goes super fast. But you will end up having to like acquire really good dodging cat reflex skills. See what I did there? So yeah. Ooh, things are getting a bit crowdy. If things get too cluttered on the screen, just whack that B button for the special move and it'll clear it. Provided you time it correctly, of course. Here we go, portal. Okay, fine. Hey, Mr. Octopus. Cool tentacles. Thank you. See, it's working. So yeah, so the robot's basically trying to like teach the cat some diplomacy. But now this octopus is really taking a mickey. Why? We need to go home. Why? Because I want to sit in the sun and eat cat treats. Why? That's it. No more whys. I'm going to kick all 8 of your octopus butts. Great. Here we go again. It's a really interesting relationship between a cat and a robot, actually. Yeah, the music track on this one's cool. It's really reminiscent of like the sort of like late 90s jungle scene in terms of like drum and bass. So yeah, I remember when me and Roman were trying to figure out what music should be for this, and we thought let's really throw a bit of juxtaposition, but also kind of reflect the intensity of the boss. And drum and bass was just perfect. So yeah, so we've got a bit of drum and bass in there. That was a bad mistake. Oh no. Come on. By the way, guys, I'm going to play up to probably up to level 8, and then I'm going to stop it and then go through the features. The reason why I'm not going to play through to level 9 and the ending is because I don't want to spoil the ending of the game. I want you guys to buy the game and find that ending yourself. So yeah, But hopefully this stream here should inspire you to go and get the game. I mean, it's only the price of a cup of coffee and pastry, guys. Come on. So yeah, help an indie brother out. Appreciate you. Alright. Is this the end of the world? Oh no, is it not spoiled? Okay. Astro, why are there no humans in subconscious? Maybe because the only human I care about is the one that sent me away on this mission. Oh, so you have daddy issues. Do you want me to bring up the crazy rabbit? Never mind. I just don't want to think about humans, okay? Between that and the readings I'm getting from the ship, something is wrong and you know it too. This is my kind of like my Christopher Nolan inspiration with like interesting plots and mystery comes in now. But we're still in crazy 𝐬𝐿 bonkers land, so yeah. You may notice some logos in the back there, like Bitmap Books and 𝐻𝐵𝐾𝐿. No, they did not like pay for sponsorship or anything like that. No, this is an indie game. But I put them in there, and they gave me their logos to do that because they were incredibly supportive. Like my journey as an indie developer this last year, like Bitmap Books sent me some books to inspire me with their awesome retro gaming books. You should go check out, by the way. And 𝐻𝐵𝐾𝐿 were just awesome. They just sent me like hardware and controllers, and they were just every event I'll go, they'll all support it. And I met them in LA as well when I was doing an event there. I thought, you know, the least I could do is just put their logo in the game, especially like this one level. And it's little small things like that, which, you know, goes a long way. So yeah, so that's why you're seeing 𝐻𝐵𝐾𝐿 and Bitmap Books on the kind of like billboards in the city level. In case you were wondering, that is. Okay, so this is a quick note to the streamers. Firstly, all you wonderful influencers and content creators and streamers out there that have been playing the early versions of the game, thank you so much. But also, it was painful to watch a lot of you guys get to this level, and then the level was lagging, starting to slow down, right? And it's nothing to do with you guys. You know, you guys are great. Your machines are fine. It was to do with the game. I'm not going to go into detail why that was happening. Okay, 2 words: memory leak. So if you're a developer, you know what that means. So we worked really hard across this week before the release to ensure that we plug that memory leak, because I don't want to watch another of you awesome streamers, influencers play this game and create amazing content only to find that the boss level, this particular level, would slow down. So now you can see when I get to it. And what it was is that after you play it for a certain amount of time, it starts to slow down. And it's always around this level too. Okay. And there we go. Look at that. No slowdown. We're back to full speed. Oh, feels good. I have to say a few times when I did load, I'm like, this is going to work, this is going to work. But yeah. So yeah, so we've got full speed, no slowdown. It's cool. So yeah. So I'm extremely happy that you streamers now and influencers can create some awesome content and not worry about lagging, especially this level lagging. In fact, like my wonderful publishers, so Nick from Pixel Doors would constantly send me these links to these awesome streamers doing these great gameplay, and then they're like, oh, it's this same level it's that same boss, it's slowing down, we got to do something about it. I'm like, I know. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I didn't fix that memory leak, I don't think I would have released it. I just couldn't do it to you guys. I couldn't release a game that was lagging, especially a 𝐬𝐿 or bullet hell type game. It just needed to always maintain the same speed. And yeah, we worked very closely with the team at 𝐸develop, the guys who create the engine that we used to make this game, and they were phenomenal. They just really stepped in last minute. CTO of the company stepped in and just worked with me to plug that memory thing. We got it working. And, you know, they went as far as build out a customized export of the engine just for me to release this game lag-free. I mean, that is a good support of an engine developer to an indie studio right there. Yeah, so 𝐸develop guys, nice people, great engine. Yes. All right, done. I'll show you a bit of level 8 and then I'm going to quit it out because we're coming up to time. Also, I love the loading art. 𝐼𝐶𝐞𝐭, my art director, did all the loading art and pretty much most of the graphics in this game as well. Awesome guy. What do you mean, complete this journey? What is it? You're not telling me, ow. You have to trust me on this. Great, more cryptic litter crap. Astro? Fine, let's just go. I am going to give you a warning, it does get a little bit emotional towards the end, so I'm just going to pause it and I'm going to exit now. Sorry. But if you want to know what happens past this, buy the game. Price of a cup and coffee and pastry. Come on, guys. All right. Get it now because the price is really good up to August 11th. You know, it's like super cheap because it's a launch price, right? So, yeah. All right, let's put my name down because I deserve to be in the high score. Says the guy who made the game. All right, let's exit. Okay, I'm going to quickly go through. Obviously, we have competitive mode, but you need 2 controllers to play that. I'm going to do another stream very soon, and I'm going to play with my partner or a friend, and we'll show you what co-op is. It's very fun. High score, top of the leaderboard. I would love for you guys to take screenshots as you play and post it as well on the Discord channel. That'd be awesome. Options, so we've got some really cool options here. So we have gameplay, we have auto fire, so you can just use, pretty much just use one button to trigger the specials. We also have this mode here, which is CRT mode, which gives it that kind of CRT retro TV mode, which is kind of cool. Also got my 𝐬𝐽, which is quite cool. Which I might just show you one level on that actually, because I quite like that. Various different audio adjustments you can do, which is very cool. Memory reset, never ever go there, but if you find that you want to reset your high score, then go to memory reset or reset your high score on everything. And you can just log into Discord directly from there, and your high scores will be recorded on the Discord channel as well. Now you have, actually, you know what, I'm going to switch it back to color for a moment because there we go. I want to show you the unlock bonus. This stuff I'm pretty proud of. Okay, music player. For those of you who love the soundtrack, you can now just have the soundtrack running. If you're on your Steam Deck, your PC, your laptop, just let it run in the background. You can just do that. Or if you're running a party or a wedding or anything, you can just DJ the set using Venice Bleach awesome soundtrack. Let's skip. Control the volume, up and down. Pretty cool. And then you got ASMR relaxer, you know, hard day's work, you want to come home, you don't want to dive into a game just yet, you want to put your feet up, you can just like put the headphones on, ASMR tank, close your eyes, or if you don't, you can just watch this wonderful loop of things happening. So yeah, I wanted an ASMR mode. I know it's weird to have an ASMR mode in a bullet hell game, but there you go. And there's different ones here. This is one of my favorite. It's basically my cat purring on loop. Hey man, it works for some people. All right, and then get ready. This is for the cats. You have cat TV channel, so you can use your controller and you can just move it around. I always find this is fun because I get to play with my cat. Disclaimer: don't do this feature on your lovely new Triniton or plasma screen, unless you've got insurance. So yeah, do it on your Steam Deck or your computer or your laptop, so they can just tap away if they want. But yeah, this is the laser. And then you got forest wildlife. I love this. And you just leave it on for hours and hours, just indefinitely just leave it on, and your cat will just track it. My cat got really engaged with it, and then like after 10 minutes fell asleep. It was just too tiring to like track everyone. It was great. So we got the forest, which is a very popular one with the cats. We've also got underwater, because like my other cat back in the day, the one who passed away many years ago, he was obsessed just watching fish tanks. Like, so a little mini aquarium for the cats. There you go. And this is just a weird one. I don't know if cats will respond to it. I guess they would, because it's like it's movement, I guess. But I thought whacking a space one. It's just, in fact, you don't need to be a cat to watch it. It's just great to watch to keep you relaxed. All right, that's that. And then, so you may be aware that I did a Kickstarter over a month ago for the physical release. But part of the deal was anyone who submit their cat photos or pet photos will be featured in the game to immortalize them. And we've done just that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 8 pets, 8 owners who sent me their pets. So you got Tano, you got Raina, Dexter, Ziggy, Mia, my cat, of course, she had to be in there. Willow. This dog just slipped in. Bagel. Where all the other cats are like, how did this dog get in? But Bagel deserves to be here just as much as the other cats. So Bagel, welcome. And Morris. And in the main credits, you'll see the names of the owners. And that's it. That's the option. So I promised I was also going to play the 𝐬𝐝𝐾𝐭 mode. So I'm just going to do a level of 𝐬𝐝𝐾 now. So let's do that. Boom. Okay. We got arcade mode on this one, so you have to go through the story. I'm going to pick this level. I'm going to play that one level. I'm going to do another stream at some point where it's all 𝐬𝐝𝐾 mode. But I just wanted to show you guys what this is, because like this isn't just me putting on a filter and saying turn to black and white. No. Like I mentioned earlier, this was originally an accessibility feature specifically for colorblind players. So that meant they needed to see very high contrast imagery to be able to know what is a projectile, what isn't. I disable a lot of the background. See, there's hardly anything in fact, there isn't any background apart from the stars, to make it very clear where things are. There's a lot of jiggery going on every single layer and asset in the game. So this took about a month to go through every single layer and adjust it for this specific 𝐬𝐝𝐾 mode in order to make it work for colorblind players. But as I started putting it out in early access, I realized a lot of people that were not colorblind were saying, you know what, I'd rather play this mode. I feel like this feels a bit different, but also it's just, for some, it was nicer to play than the color version. So I'm like, you know what, it's kind of got its own distinct art style. You know, I've seen a lot of indie games that are kind of like this kind of monochromatic look, and it works. And I thought, as an art direction, I kind of like it. So instead of like, well, we can't have it and have it as a toggle switch, let's just make it as an actual. So now when I play 𝐬𝐝𝐾 mode, by the way, it feels different. And I want you guys to let me know what you guys think as well when you play it. Is like, does it feel different? For me, it does. And a lot of people that I spoke to, it said this feels like a different game. Even though it's the same game, it just feels a little different because the art direction. It just shows you how art direction does affect your experience of the game. So yeah, there you go. And I think if I whack the, oh no, I have to go to, if I go to options real quick and I do this. Okay, now look at that. Now we've got CRT retro TV scan lines along with 𝐬𝐝𝐾 mode. That's kind of cool. Alright. So yeah, you get the point. So yeah, play it. Let me know what you think. I'm just going to switch this back to color. There we go. Boom. But yeah, thank you so much. Please go download the demo if you're unsure. Play the demo. I'm pretty sure you'll end up buying the game after playing the demo. That's how confident I am, I hope. But please do buy the game. It really helps to get your support. And if you do buy the game and you like the game, please leave a review. This really helps us indie developers get a little bit more visibility on Steam. But yeah, until the next stream, thank you so much and hope you play the game. Stay safe and see you on the next one. Bye.